A lot of businesses these days are finding that they don't have the capacity to manage creative digital services in house or at all as a business owner. So they have to rely on someone to tell them exactly what it is that they need to do. So there's a lot of agencies popping up, there's a lot of individuals popping up that make the claims that they are these people. Now, a real digital marketing manager would have a lot of hands-on experience for a long time. It would have been around for the evolution of the current internet. Okay, so a lot of people got into this business at a later stage and don't really understand a lot of the underlying mechanics of what exactly digital marketing even really is. Okay, so from my perspective, digital marketing is utilizing existing services, software, creativity in an effort to sell a product, sell a service, or to get people to sign up for something. Ultimately, from to get people from A, which is not knowing about you, to B, which is being your customer or being involved with your organization, however it is that you want that person to be involved with your organization. If you're a comedian, you want them to buy a ticket. If you're an author, you want them to buy a book. If you're a hotel, you want them to rent the room. And if you're a hairdresser, you want them to book the appointment, whatever the case. If you're trying to sell something, that's the end result. A, they don't know about you. B, they're your customer or your client. Right? Okay, so that's all digital marketing is the effort online on a screen how to make that all happen. So what I do is I hear out a business objectives and I pair that business with existing services. Like if you want to advertise on Google, well, you need to have a solid website. If you don't have a solid website and you advertise on Google, you're going to send people to a place that's going to blow a budget and waste money. A way to equate it to people in real world terminology is I'm like a general contractor. And if you've gone through any kind of home remodel or, construction project in your house, you know that a general contractor comes in and, they were at one point very hands-on with whatever their trade or skill was. I know a lot of general contractors who started as flooring experts, that started as construction experts. Eventually, you graduate from being so hands-on and you learn how to delegate to the proper people and you how to hire the proper people to get the jobs done. These tasks are very specialized. Just like with, say, if you're getting an addition on your house, you're going to have a lot of hands involved in getting that whole thing to come to life. Well, the same thing is necessary from the digital perspective, right? So there's someone like me can get in and I can probably accomplish all of the things on my own that a small business would need. But in many cases, some of the tasks will exceed my abilities, and in which case, through my 20 years of experience, I would have a vetted vendor that I've used, that I know on a personal level, on an expert level, no matter if you need an expert to come in at a lower budget, or if you have an enterprise situation where you need an expert at a very high level at a very high budget, if it's involving video, talent, voiceover, experiential marketing, print, IT, VR, AR, 3D, video setup, whatever you can possibly imagine, I've got the expert for you. So as a digital marketing manager, you come to me and I would then lead you to the right person to pair you with a vendor that is completely aligned with what your objectives are. Now, the same thing applies to software as a service or SaaS. Not a fan of that acronym, but SaaS simply means software that exists and it's always on, okay? So the old days, if you had to have software installed and you had to maintain the software, if you had to have a website built and you had to rewrite code every time you wanted to put something into the website, that was a big problem. You needed a developer, you needed a project manager, you needed all these people involved. Now, software as a service means this thing is always on. Shopify being the best example for e-commerce. Yardi seems to have taken the forefront for real estate and property management. And then there's a lot of various contractor ones, lawyer ones. FloorForce is one that I can think of because a buddy of mine has a flooring company, and I know that FloorForce has become like the leader in that. Okay, and in many cases, these software as a service companies, they'll just slap something up for you. And, they may get it right, they may get it close, but in many cases, you're going to need to have that managed and customized to your needs specifically. Shopify, specifically Shopify Plus, customizations are infinite, and so are the budgets, okay? So little tiny requests or requirements within Shopify can make budgets go crazy. So if you have someone who doesn't really know any better and you have an agency telling you, oh, well, this is going to cost you $25,000 for this feature, who's going to question that? Well, because someone like me has had their hands on all of these kind of things, I would step in and say, whoa, 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 there's probably a better solution. There's a different way or a compromise from the business side, something that we could do to make it so that the budgets don't go crazy. Okay, so digital marketing manager gets you to the right service that exists, the right product that exists, the right software that exists, the right vendor that exists, rather than in the old days becoming just the specialist, okay, the hands-on specialist, web designer, the hands-on specialist who got web presences up and running and established Google accounts and attached analytics and search console and all this other stuff to websites, personally managing projects while accomplishing this, while selling other jobs. So, as a general contractor, I have worn every hat imaginable in this list of all these different things, right? And not to mention my 20 years of experience has given me work within many different networks, various agencies of various kinds of agencies, a lot of property management experience, local small businesses, like 100 of them. Contractors specifically, I've worked with about 15 or 20 over the years. Law firms, 4 or 5. In finance, there's a lot of legalities and issues with like SEC compliance and what you can say or what you can't say and how you can get recommendations and likes. There's a lot of little details that if you come to me, I can save you a lot of effort as to how to go about social and promotion and advertising and just making a web presence really work for you if you're in an industry that's clamped down like that, okay? And authors, just another random thing that came to me is an author I've been working with for like 13 years, New York Times bestseller, and as a result of working with him, I got a lot of experience in understanding how to promote books when they come out, book tours, and the website that houses it, and how to develop personas externally from the author himself. I've done a lot with a lot of different things. Another one, comedy. I actually went down a long road with comedian Nick DiPaolo, and I ended up working with Artie Lang, JB Smoove, Dave Coulier, Jamie Kaler, Joe List, to name a few. Did I just name drop? I think I did. Anyway. So I have a lot of experience with comedy, actually. And, so when you take that body of work and you kind of combine it, when you come to me, I'm going to give you my expert opinion on your industry based on knowledge that I have, based on experience that I have, based on vendors and software that I know, and get you paired with those right things at the right time. So that's my role as a digital marketing manager or digital marketing consultant. I look forward to working with you. I'm Michael Baker, Michael Baker Digital. Good luck out there.